Donald Trump, the 45th President of the United States, has been a polarizing figure in American politics and culture. His leadership style, communication methods, and public persona have often been scrutinized through the lens of psychology, with many experts and observers pointing to narcissistic traits as a defining feature of his personality. Narcissism, a term derived from Greek mythology, refers to a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. While only a licensed mental health professional can diagnose someone with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, Trump's behavior and public statements provide ample material for analyzing narcissistic traits in his personality. One of the most prominent narcissistic traits exhibited by Trump is his grandiosity. Throughout his career, Trump has consistently portrayed himself as a larger-than-life figure, often exaggerating his achievements and abilities. For instance, he has repeatedly claimed credit for economic successes, even when evidence suggests otherwise, and has described himself as a stable genius with unparalleled intelligence. This sense of grandiosity is a hallmark of narcissism, as individuals with this trait often believe they are superior to others and deserve special treatment. Trump's tendency to boast about his wealth, business acumen, and political accomplishments aligns with this pattern. Another key narcissistic trait evident in Trump's behavior is his constant need for admiration and validation. Trump has frequently sought praise and attention, whether through his prolific use of social media, his rallies, or his interactions with the media. His tweets often include self-congratulatory statements, and he's been known to react strongly to criticism, often dismissing detractors as haters or losers. This sensitivity to criticism and craving for admiration are common among individuals with narcissistic tendencies, as they rely on external validation to maintain their self-esteem. But a lack of empathy is another trait often associated with narcissism, and Trump has demonstrated this on numerous occasions. His public statements and policies have frequently been criticized for disregarding the struggles of marginalized groups, such as immigrants, refugees, and low-income families. For example, his administration's family separation policy at the U.S.-Mexico border drew widespread condemnation for its perceived cruelty. Additionally, Trump has been known to mock individuals with disabilities, attack political opponents in deeply personal ways, and dismiss the concerns of those who disagree with him. These behaviors suggest a limited capacity for empathy, a characteristic often linked to narcissistic personalities. Trump's manipulative tendencies and exploitative behavior further align with narcissistic traits. Throughout his career, he has been accused of using others for personal gain, whether in business dealings or political alliances. His transactional approach to relationships, where loyalty is often conditional and self-serving, reflects a narcissistic worldview in which others are valued primarily for their utility. This trait has been evident in his interactions with political allies, staff members, and even foreign leaders, where he has prioritized his own interests over broader ethical or diplomatic considerations. Finally, Trump's sense of entitlement and belief in his own infallibility are consistent with narcissistic traits. He has frequently dismissed investigations into his conduct, such as the Mueller probe into Russian interference in the 2016 election, as witch hunts, and has refused to acknowledge mistakes or take responsibility for failures. This unwillingness to accept accountability is a common feature of narcissism, as individuals with this trait often view themselves as beyond reproach. In conclusion, while it is not appropriate to diagnose someone without proper clinical evaluation, Donald Trump's behavior and public persona exhibit many traits commonly associated with narcissism. His grandiosity, need for admiration, lack of empathy, manipulative tendencies, and sense of entitlement have been evident throughout his career and presidency. These traits have shaped his leadership style and contributed to his divisive impact on American politics and society. Understanding these aspects of his personality provides valuable insight into his actions and their consequences, both for the United States and the global community.